Alright, so after ng ating analysis discussion with regards sa ating doubly reinforced beam, we will now proceed on the design portion. Okay? How do we design a particular doubly reinforced beam using the parameters na na-discuss natin kanina? Okay? So first is we need to understand yung galing sa topic natin ng singly reinforced beam on how do we qualify if the particular section or particular given na bending moment natin is can be qualified or can be classified as a doubly reinforced beam or can be classified as a singly reinforced beam. Okay? So, alam naman natin na gumagamit tayo ng particular na reinforcement limits kapag alam natin na yung section is with regard sa ating um, singly reinforced beam. Of course, dalawa lang naman yung reinforcement limits natin, which is by utilizing yung minimum steel ratio and then the maximum steel ratio. Okay? So, itong figure, ito yung nagiging basehan natin if this actual steel ratio, kung bababa man lang siya ng minimum steel ratio, can be considered also or can be considered as singly reinforced beam. Kapag nasa gitna, can be considered also as singly reinforced beam. However, yung nakaraan is paano naman kapag lumagpas na siya ng ating maximum steel ratio. Kapag naging ganito ang scenario natin, it can be now classified as a doubly reinforced beam. Ngayon, paano natin or paano tayo makakapag-solve ng number of reinforcement kasi dalawang reinforcement na dito yung kailangan natin. Yung isa para sa tension, pangalawa naman is yung para sa compression. Since naglalagay nga tayo ng bakal on both faces natin. Okay? So we need to understand first on this given stress diagram natin. Okay? Kasi importante itong magiging classification natin kapag tayo ay nagdo-doubly reinforced beam. Actually, one of the parameter for that is obviously using the steel ratio. Pero kasi para mas mabilis yung magiging procedure natin, ang magiging basis ko dito is given naman sa mga moments natin. Okay? So we will having two kinds of moment here. First is yung moment galing sa ating concrete, pangalawa naman dito sa ating compression steel. As you can see here, para dito sa ating stress diagram ng ating concrete, ang gagawin ko dito, kukunin ko muna yung maximum design moment ng ating concrete. Ibig sabihin, naka-maximum condition yung ating section so that yung gagamitin kong formula is this one. Similar lang ito doon sa ating concrete. However, kung makikita ninyo, yung ating depth of rectangular stress block may nakasubscript na T. Ibig sabihin po niyan, dapat yung ko-consider nating moment dito ay dapat naka-tension controlled. Okay? Naka-tension controlled dapat yung section natin. Ibig sabihin lang po nun, in terms of depth of compression block, so naka-times beta 1 tapos C sa T. Kaso kasi kailangan naka-tension control po yun. So yung value ng C, makukuha natin yun by using 3 over 8 ng kanyang effective depth. Later on, sa sample problem natin, I will demonstrate kung paano nga ba natin siya i-execute. Pero, yung first moment natin or first design moment natin dapat manggagaling kay concrete at a maximum condition. Okay? Tapos, just in case lang na mas mataas yung ating bending moment kaysa doon sa maximum moment natin from the concrete, ang ginagawa natin kasi dito, kinukuha natin yung tinatawag na retaining moment. Okay? Kapag kinuha natin yung retaining moment or kung ano yung matitirang moment natin, yan ngayon ang gagamitin natin as the part of our design para naman makuha natin dito yung second part ng ating steel reinforcement using this formula. Ibig sabihin lang nito, itong formula na nakikita ninyo sa ating retaining moment, ibig sabihin lang yan, nag-moment ka naman sa compression. Okay? That's why makikita nyo siya dito na ito yung magiging stress natin. Ito yung magiging axial force natin. No? Second part of the steel reinforcement at the tension multiplied by the yielding strength. Since tayo ay nagde-design full of fractural, ang gusto natin mangyari dito, maging tension control po siya overall. Okay? So, dalawa yung moment na i-consider natin, maximum moment at for the concrete and the retaining moment for our steel reinforcements. Okay? So, syempre, later on sa ating sample problem, we will elaborate on this formula. Now, kapag na-solve na natin yung second part ng ating steel, what you can do here is hanapin naman natin yung first part ng ating steel reinforcement para sa ating tensile part. So, para makuha natin yan, what you need to do here is you need to just multiply yung ating steel ratio under tension control, then multiply lang natin siya together with your gross area. So kapag na-multiply po natin yan, tsaka lang natin idadagdag sa second part natin para makuha natin yung total, no? Yung total area of reinforcement para kay tension. Okay? Ngayon, paano naman para do sa design natin under ng compression, okay? So for our compression, please take note na gagamitin lang natin yung equilibrium compatibility. Kaso, yung equilibrium compatibility natin ay para lang sa concrete. Okay? So, kapag nakuha na natin to, ito yung sa concrete natin, ito naman yung kay steel. Kung pagbabasihan nyo lang po yung nasa moment diagram, ay yung nandito sa stress diagram natin. Okay? So, sige, to understand this one, let's have sample problem.